Ladies and gentlemen, after arguably the longest pregame I've ever seen, welcome back to Union Catholic Livestream. We are here today with Girls Lacrosse Senior Day. And I'll tell you what, I could not be more excited. I'm Evan Floric, joined by absolutely nobody today. I'm running it solo. And you know what? There has to be a major shout out to this absolutely stacked senior class that we have with us. Julia Bosak, Angie Corvalon, Delaney Farrell, Bria Gabayoyo, Sophia Gallego, Ryan Gorski, Jules Landicho, Carmela Lostudo, Shannon McGinnis, and of course the injured Chloe Moret. Of course, Shannon McGinnis, the leading goal scorer for this team, and Jules Landicho, the big D3 athlete for this Vikings team, goes into this game 7 saves away from 700. Of course, being commanding from the back. Out of bounds off the faceoff will be Viking ball. Oh, all right. They're doing the faceoff again. Listen, I'm not 100% familiar on girls lacrosse faceoffs. I don't even think the refs fully know how they work. I'll tell you what, it must be an advantage because you're slinging it straight into the air. Being as tall as Shannon McGinnis is. Farrell's going to pull away with it. Corvalon, driving, loses it.
Right there, Ben, right there.
And it will be picked up by the defense.
From Mars County.
Boonton from the back. Corvalon in the corner.
Make sure you see the goal. Ben, as soon as, okay, never mind. Back out, zoom back out. Right. Not too fast, nice and easy. Stop. Nice and smooth, Ben.
It's going to be, I want to say, offsides on the Vikings. There is an offsides, right?
I think so.
That's a trip and a half there, folks. Boonton Lacrosse. I suppose there's not an offsides.
We can get it. Well, I can get it. We get a whistle. We get a timeout. Ben, make sure you see the
Starting
goal.
up their offense slow.
Make sure you see the goal. Right there.
Driving in. Drawing some contact. Stepping out.
You never know where they're going to take a shot from.
Stoppage by the ref. A lot of explaining to do here. And a one-on-one with the goalie here. Above the goal. Of course, Boonton there to back up.
Make sure we can see.
Gonna start from X. And girls lacrosse, the goal is much further back than in boys lax.
Right there.
So it's a little bit harder to get plays started from X. Ball's knocked out. Lostudo will be tripped from behind. It'll be Viking ball. Lostudo's gonna get ahead of steam going. That's at soccer speed.
All the way down, Ben. All the way down to the goal.
She's gonna consider taking it coast to coast. Instead, handing it off.
Right there. Pull out a little bit. Go. No, you're not too far.
McGinnis with it.
Stay right there, Ben.
Gonna take it around the goal.
You're good, Ben.
Gonna try and spin.
You don't have to follow her the whole time she's running around the net like that. As long as the goal is centered, she's going to be in that area.
Checked a little bit too hard, I believe. McGinnis will start with it.
Get a goal here, probably, Ben.
Awkward angle.
Good chance she scores. Oh, false start. No. You're gonna do it again.
I couldn't. I'm not sure what the call is there.
Get ready.
But Shannon will get another opportunity at the goal.
Get right where you are. Stay right there, Ben.
Wide open, finds the opposite side of the net. And Shannon's got her first goal of the game. 7:13 left in the first quarter. Vikings lead 1-0. That's a lovely start getting into your offensive set. The transition looks beautiful. And the senior day crowd is looking absolutely hyped today. Seeing balloons, you're seeing baby heads.
There's a step somewhere that's missing.
You would think it's a gender reveal party, if anything. Now Donnelly on the face. Boonton recovers. Guarded by Farrell. Drives in. Off the screen. Gets the switch. Does not find the opportunity to score. Will have to go behind the goal. Handoff here. Guarded by McGinnis. Trying to get past Donnelly, but she is a little too quick.
Oh, rush.
Gets the opportunity.
Hey, Rain.
Am I on the live stream?
You come and hang out, or you want to stay? Okay.
Have a good night. Good luck tomorrow.
Boonton will start with it.
Try to keep track of Jules' saves. He doesn't have any so far, right?
Jules, I believe, still has no saves on the day so far. Boonton trying to drive in.
Oh.
Gets a stick-on-stick there. Picked up by Lostudo. Driving it up the sideline. Ducking away from contact. Corvalon could not hold on to it. Will be bomber ball. Errant pass right to the sidelines. Will go right back to the Vikings. Gorski driving in. Juked so hard she almost broke her own ankles. Believe called for the offensive foul there. Illegal check there. And Farrell will be called, reaching across the shoulder. You gotta love a loud ref who will announce what the call is. A lot of respect for refs who will do that. Boonton cannot pick it up, will go to the Vikings. Lostudo's gonna bring it in for the Vikes. Swing it to Corvalon. At least try to. Corv's gonna stick with it. Julia Bosak to Charlotte Donnelly. Donnelly now taking her time. Setting up the offense here. Of course, the daughter of the coach, she's got lacrosse in her blood. Makes you wonder why Jimmy never played. I suppose he's got other spring sports. Donnelly tried to go opposite netting. He's pushed down. Not enough contact for a foul. But a great chase there by Bosak will be Viking ball. Bosak starting with it. Farrell with it. McGinnis now. 1 goal on the day already. Now, of course, this is a conference game. Vikings 7-6, but undefeated in the conference. McGinnis loses the ball. Donnelly picks it up, though. Something is called. I'm really not sure what. What are we pointing at? Looks like Donnelly will stick with it, though. It'll remain Viking ball. Good old-fashioned stoppage of play.
Clock operator hasn't seen it that way. I'm okay with that.
Vikings will start behind the goal. Donnelly with it. An immediate whistle. 3-second violation. Three-second violation. Really, the more you think about it, the more similar lacrosse and basketball really are. Donnelly very fast. Hit in the face. She'll be sent off. Number 15. 2-minute penalty for the Bombers. And Donnelly will start with it.
Second goal. Second goal to go.
Shout out to Live Stream Zone Brandon Schuster for reporting this.
Oh.
Just off the goal. Number 11 will be called for a foul on the shot. 2 free throws. I'm kidding.
1-on-1.
No, there aren't actually free throws. Well, it pretty much is a free throw. But it is, what an immaculate save there by the goalie. Offensive rebound. Really, I'm talking like it's basketball. Donnelly, spinning, pulling away with it. Donnelly getting hacked at here. And she'll have it now, another opportunity to score. No one getting in her way this time. Really hoping I don't jinx this. I did not. Bounces it top corner. With 16 seconds left in the first, Charlotte Donnelly, the sophomore, makes it 2-0. Vikings really putting on a dominant offensive performance to start this game. Of course, that's what you want to see on senior day. Of course, being a conference game, this could very well clinch their first ever conference championship, the Vikings.
Everyone on the table. 2 more after.
There are 2 more conference games after this. However, there are 2 very winnable games after this. If the Vikings sweep the rest of their season, they win it all. And Girls Lax gets to hang something up.
TikTok.
Immediately going right to the rack. Fades.
Oh.
What a finish. Landijo dives, could not save that. 2 seconds remaining. Wow. What a finish there. Ashley for the Bombers. Making it 2-1. Just 2 seconds remaining. Farrell on the face-off with just 2 seconds remaining.
Lock in, man. 2 seconds. Just go right in the middle.
Into the sky. On the ground to end the first quarter. And I mean, Vikings really dominated possession for the majority of that first quarter. However, with just 16 seconds remaining, Bombers were able to pull a fast one, keeping it within 1. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Stay tuned. Starting the second quarter here. Vikings still leading 2-1. McGinnis on the face. Using her height to her advantage. McGinnis will be called for an illegal check. Boonton picking up speed here. Getting into the box.
That we could do. Well, yeah, that you guys figure out.
Driving on Donnelly.
Oh, what just happened?
Someone just.
You know what I mean, though?
Miss Donnelly making sure the ref knows the calls.
UC made the call. The girl who was in penalty left 42 seconds early.
Left 42 seconds early.
I think she was at 42 seconds.
I think she had 42 seconds left when the call, when the half started. She left at 11:42, so she still had, I believe, 18-ish seconds, which, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't make much of a difference. However, is nonetheless illegal. Part of the game. You got to follow those rules. Thank you, Miss Donnelly. Thank you, Miss Donnelly, for everything that you do. Truly an angel at this school. Her son, Jimmy Donnelly, graduating tomorrow. He's playing D3 golf at DeSales University now.
Great school.
Of course, their last day is tomorrow. Their graduation is next week. Now we don't even know when the penalty ends.
From now, I believe, until 10:42.
10:42, they're calling it. Chardon's gonna start with it. Gonna get hacked at.
She said, "I apologize. I didn't know what else to do." So I think she just did it to get their attention.
I'll tell you what, the foghorn is a new one, for sure. Donnelly with a rocket up to Bosak. Bosak trying to find somebody. She'll find Gorski. Bosak will get it herself. Give it to Corvalon. Corv with an opportunity. She finds the goal. Just over a minute and a half in. 10:24 now. Left in the second. Vikings lead 3-1. Corvalon, of course, one of the many seniors being celebrated today. You'll love to see it. You know, sometimes I wonder. I think girls lacrosse is more similar to basketball than most other sports in the world. I mean, think about it. A face-off is a lot like a jump ball. Those penalties are basically free throws. And Landicho with her first save of the game. Sending it out to Gabayoyo. Or somebody at least. Boone will get the ball. Donnelly coming in from behind. Wow.
Breakaway. Oh.
Both Farrells showing off today. That was Matty Farrell. Absolutely darting him for the ground ball. However, now it's a scrap on the ground. Who's going to get it? It's in the air. Now Matty Farrell's got it. Swinging it to McGinnis. She'll drive in.
Get the goal, Ben. Get the goal.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Sending another girl tumbling. I mean, it'll happen when you're twice your defender's size, but geez. McGinnis at X. Taking her time. Loses the ball. Will be an illegal check. Starting at the floating hash. 15, called for a push. McGinnis with the angle. This is how she scored last time. Looking for her second goal of the game here.
Right where you are, man. Perfect. Yes.
McGinnis drives.
Oh. That's it.
Goes high. Goalie's there. With a rocket off the ground. No one's there. An absolute collision knocks the goggles off.
Oh, good. Good reset.
That's a concussion waiting to happen. Gabba Yo-Yo. They're on defense. She took the calculus test with me today too. If I was her out there, I'd be rattled. I don't know, I'm pretty rattled just talking. Shout out Mr. Johnston, but geez, do not shout out that AP calculus test. Set it up here, guarded by Donnelly. Swinging it. Donnelly creating some separation. A body save by Landicho. Landicho's third save of the day, I believe. Either way, no matter if our count is on or not, Landicho's gonna know. What a beautiful day for a lacrosse game, I gotta say. Spinning, driving. Has to step out, tosses it. Driving in. Stripped away by Donnelly. Someone's getting called for something.
Baby didn't like that call.
Baby did not like that call one bit. Trying to force another turnover from behind. Donnelly will be called for. Oh, never mind. She's just going to get it. Right into the opponent's stick. However, will be pulled away by the Vikings. That's Dudzik. Trying to go coast to coast. That's an AJK bull rush there. It'll remain with the Vikings. Dujic in scoring position.
Right at the goal.
4.5 minutes left. Off the ground. Bounces it right to McGinnis. We'll call it intentional.
Oh!
Spins.
Oh!
Dunks right over the goalie. McGinnis, her second goal of the game.
Wow, what a spin move.
They gave the wrong team the goal. Vikings will now lead 4-1. 4:20 left in the second quarter. And McGinnis proving once again why she is the leader in goals for this Vikings offense.
I was going to say it was like a Jason Tatum move, but she finished.
Mr. Lambert, a big Celtics fan, not a big Jason Tatum fan.
Not in the fourth quarter. Big fan, but not when it's crunch time.
I don't blame him. Jason Tatum's a bum.
Give the ball to Jaylen Brown. All right, here we go. 4-1. 4:20.
My favorite player on the Celtics? I don't have one. Joe Mazzulla. Either way, Donnelly on the face. Boonton will pull away with it.
Don't give up here. Don't give it up.
Fast offense here.
Hey, girls lacrosse officials, they earn every penny. They make 100 calls a game.
I can never be a girls lacrosse coach. They have an eye like no other.
Yep, they see you all.
One-on-one with the goalie, Landicho.
Here we go.
In position. Passes it. I mean, that's just a great look right there. There's not a lot you can do. Smart play there by the Bombers. And within 40 seconds, we're back to a 2-goal game.
Looks like at halftime, it's to have
3:41 left in the second. McGinnis back on the face. Boonton gets it again. Bombers fast to attack again. Swiped away by Farrell. Maddie Farrell, I should say.
He attacked.
Farrell immediately a deep pass. Gorski recovering. Right to Dujic. One-on-one to the goal.
Oh, where'd it go?
Where did it go? It bounced off.
It's over by the U, over by the
It's a chase. Gorski's there.
What a ricochet.
It bounced right off the pole.
I'll tell you what. Those poles have crazy bounce, especially when it's a solid rubber ball. Gorski with it now.
Lock it in, bud.
24.
Corvalon with 1 goal already.
Ooh.
Spinning, creates contact. A tad too much contact. 11 is sent off with a yellow. And Corvalon will have a one-on-one for the goal. One-on-one with the goalie. Looking to get her second of the game.
Yeah, in like 2 minutes.
Are you starting from the top or from down? I don't see it go. Wait, but are we starting down here or with these two?
About to take a shot right here.
10 minutes and 10 after.
Number 10.
Angie with absolutely nobody on her.
She's probably going to score.
I mean, you can't really have anybody on you. This is kind of the point of this kind of penalty.
Out, 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 out. Right there, right there. Just stay there.
Corvalon drives.
Oh!
Come on, get it in, get it in, get it in.
Body save.
Big save. Wow. Heard that from here.
That's immaculate contact right there. Boonton in transition. Driving cannot get past Gracie Taylor. Of course, Gracie Taylor, one half of the most iconic couple in UC live stream history. Her reel now with over 25,000 likes. That's impressive stuff right there. Driving. Landicho with an immaculate save. Picks it up with her hand. I forgot you could do that. An absolute dot to Corv. Dujic with it now. Driving in, she's got wheels. It's hockey speed. When you really think about it, lacrosse is just hockey in the air. The amount of contact you see in boys lacrosse really does look like a hockey game. I'm surprised they don't drop the gloves more. Sometimes I kind of wish they would. I don't condone violence here at UC Livestream. It's a joke for those watching. Boonton setting up their offense here. Guarded heavy by Maddie Farrell. I've been told she lives next door to my cousin. Spins, and with 14 seconds left, again, those late quarter goals are gonna get you. Cutting the lead to 1 yet again. Vikings still lead 4-3. 13 seconds remain on the clock. And senior day is shaping up to be a close one. Delaney Farrell on the face.
Uh-oh. 10 seconds.
10 seconds remain. You got to create something here. Clock is running. That's going to end the half. Way back and forth there to end the first half. 4-3. Vikings still lead. Of course, 3 of the 4 goals so far by seniors, and Jules inches ever closer to 700 saves. I'll tell you what, sometimes I wish that they did girls lacrosse face-offs and boys lacrosse. We could just recruit Yao. Wouldn't that be something? Well, anyway, only a 7-minute halftime. Maybe it's because we started late. Either way, we'll be back in just under 7 minutes. Stay tuned. Now the buzzer rang to start the third quarter like 20 seconds ago. And they're just getting out of their huddles that they started 7 minutes ago. Surely Coach Donnelly is saying, let's go blow these guys out. It's senior day. You got to be ready. And they take the field now. I'm joined by Andrew Miller. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. You know, I came here at halftime expecting a large margin here for the Vikings, and I was shocked to see it was only one. You know, you think on senior day, right, you want to come out with a different kind of energy, right? You want to be able to build enough of a lead to be able to play all your seniors. You know, it's senior day. Everyone should get a chance to, you know, get a goal here. But instead, only 4 goals put on Boonton, and you can't really put the seniors in right now because this is such an important game because this is a conference matchup, and right now the Vikings do control their own destiny to win the conference, so got to win this game.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to keep in mind, 3 goals have been by seniors, 1 of them by Charlotte Donnelly, the sophomore, 2 of them by Shannon McGinnis, 1 by Angie Corvalon. And then, of course, Boonton has been answering very strongly. Of course, 1 of them with 2 seconds left in the first, 1 of them with maybe 13 seconds left in the second. So they've been sneaky with those end of the quarter goals. And they're going to start with early possession here.
I did the clock.
Driving on Farrell.
This is their best player.
Ref's not letting anything slide today.
Great chance here for Boonton.
Looking to tie it up here. Deep shot. Landicho with the save.
That was an incredible save right there. Usually hard to get the lower ones because you got to move your stick all the way from north to south, but she does well there. Unfortunately, they turn over real quick on the clear.
Of course, I mean, Landicho going D3 for a reason. She's a very competent goalie. I believe she's got 5 saves on the day now. Almost intercepted by Lostudo. Will remain with the Bombers. They're running in circles. Lostudo's gonna pick it up, and
The call for a little illegal check right there.
Maddie Farrell, the fastest show on 2 legs. Getting the interception. And then Molly Piquel making the offense fast. Julia Bosak with the goal. Of course, the 3rd senior to score here on senior day, leading the Vikings to a 5-3 lead.
Incredible offense there by the Vikings. Very poor defense there by Boonton. The last defender on the backside there for Boonton was screaming that you had to cover Julia Bosak while she came out to guard who I believe was, who was that who just got that assist?
That was Molly Piquel.
Yeah, so Piquel was bringing it up. The last line of defense there for Boonton was, you know, trying to decide who she should guard. Chose to guard the ball, which is what you're supposed to do, but there was no 2-slide. So as a result, easy goal.
I mean, you know what? That's just beautiful transition offense right there. Forcing the turnover, Maddie Farrell.
Gotta have the 2-slide. Gotta have the 2-slide.
Absolutely. Both Farrell sisters. I'll tell you what, if we didn't have jersey numbers, I would not be able to tell them apart. They look like twins out there.
They genuinely are twins.
They are 2 years apart, believe it or not. And Boonton has been dominant on these faceoffs. With a beautiful check from behind.
I believe the actual term is draw control.
What? McGinnis bringing it up. Going left and right, spinning. Feeling like AJK there.
That was a very AJK-esque move right there.
Unfortunately lost the ball. Piquel tossing it to Donnelly. Donnelly, an underclassman move, very high IQ, looking to run this offense. Gorski clearing, everyone clearing through.
Ooh.
She's double teamed, gets through it. And another beautiful save. Donnelly's on the ground, somehow keeps the ball in her stick.
If I was the ref there, I'd let that play on. I mean, that's just two girls going at it right there.
That's absolute grit, I gotta say.
And I mean, hey, she held the ball right there. She should have just let it fly from right there. No angle shot.
If that went in, I'll tell you what.
It's on Sports Center in the morning, I'll tell you that much.
That might be on Sports Center. Donnelly gonna start with it.
No angle 8-meter right here.
Of course, we've seen a lot of offense created from these today from the Vikings. Donnelly!
Got wiped out.
Almost an and one there. Donnelly loses her stick in the attempt. And she'll go at it again.
Donnelly yelling for a yellow.
I'd be yelling for a yellow too.
And, if I'm Donnelly right there, I would put the ball in my left hand. Obviously, what do I know about girls lacrosse? But you want to try to increase your angle on the cage. Obviously, she is a right-handed player. It's going to be easier to score with that right hand, but left hand, that'll give you some more angle on the cage.
Miller, you're ambidextrous. That does not count.
Hey, got to practice with both hands.
Be quiet. Well, either way, you're getting a lot of contact on that shot. And Boonton will go in transition. Guarded heavy by Piquel here.
Pretty sure that was offside on Ryan Gorski right there. Not called, though.
Without a doubt it was.
I mean, I've been called for offside calls where I don't even go over. Meanwhile, Gorski 5 yards over and the ref doesn't even see.
She almost went over the
the boys box line.
I think she did go over the boys box line. But you know what? I'm no referee. What do I know? It must be hard being a ref. Because really, no matter what you call, half the team's gonna hate you for it. Spins. Tries to fade. Great finish there. Landicho trying to dive on it. Cutting the lead to 1 yet again. 5:44 left in the third. That's a great finish right there.
Yeah, and it's in the sport of girls lacrosse, right? If a girl has the ball on the boys' crease right there, and there's no one in the way, it's almost impossible to stop because you can't really lay a body check on her. So it's really just a free shot on the cage from 5 yards out.
It's a solid rubber ball. It's very scary to get your body in the way of that when you have no pads on.
Absolutely. That's why it's illegal.
Yes. To put your body in the way of it?
Yeah. It's called shooting space.
So it's just giving you free shots.
Yes.
The more you learn about this sport,
the more you realize they need pads.
Yeah. For the first time this half, the Vikings will win the face. And Delaney Farrell.
She's got some wheels.
I think it just runs in the Farrell family. Farrell running it to X.
A lot of girls on this team are very, very quick. I mean, Donnelly is a one-girl clear on her own.
Without a doubt, Maddie and Delaney Farrell. Very fast. Of course, you saw a little bit from Victoria Dujic. Still not totally clear on how to pronounce that last name.
And she was wide open there.
I'm Polish, she's Polish. I really should know how to pronounce it. I don't know. Dudzik?
That sounds about right.
Dudzic? I could not tell you. Well, either way, I'm not even sure if I see her out there right now.
I do like the patience here, but they have been open many
McGinnis
times.
spins.
That'll be a charge 10 times out of 10. It'll be first AP, and that'll be white ball on the double foul right there. You know, usually when the ref says, okay, away team, you won the toss, what do you want? Which side or the first AP? You always say first side because the first AP never actually happens, but apparently the first AP has happened here for the first time in Union Catholic history.
Yeah, this might actually be the first time. You know what AP stands for, Miller?
Alternating possession. So when there's a, contested call or a double foul, it'll go to that team.
Oh, geez. Gorski with a clothesline.
That'll bring the card out.
A volleyball spike right to a Boonton head. She is going D1 in volleyball.
And quite the spike there.
Quite the spike there. And Gorski's gonna take a knee. Or just go to the bench.
No, she's got to take a knee.
She's got to take a knee. Or just stand there, I guess. Either way, power play here for the Bombers. Looking to tie it up in this very low-scoring game.
Pretty sure UC's offside again.
No, because it's man down.
Yeah, man down, that means you need one more girl on that side of the box.
Driving in
Either way.
around the crease, ties it all up. 3:55 left in the third. We're all tied at 5.
Yeah, UC was offside there. As long as the rule still applies from boys, because you need 4 girls on each side of the field no matter what. When you're man down, the girl just needs to stay on the other side. Otherwise, the man down doesn't affect anything. Like imagine in boys man down, right? Instead of having 5 guys on defense, you just took one of the attackmen over, subbed him off for an LSM, and you still have 6 guys on defense, right? You're not actually man down. In order for it to truly be man down, there needs to be 4 people on the other side of the box.
That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Either way, timeout going to be called by the Vikes. You can tell because of that foghorn. Oh boy.
5 now. Not a position you want to be in.
Especially on senior day.
Not at all. And I'm pretty sure UC's been offside a couple times here. They've gotten lucky with that.
More than once at least.
Or maybe I just don't know what offside is in girls lacrosse.
You know,
I'm feeling pretty confident in the fact that you need 4 girls on that side of the line, because otherwise being man down means absolutely nothing.
I genuinely, and I mean so genuinely, could not tell you. So a little update on the baseball team today, who is currently playing the nationally ranked Governor Livingston at Rutgers. We're only down 2-0 right now, going into the bottom of the third, which I gotta say, I'm giving us a win for that. I have never been more shocked in my life. I was talking to Mikey earlier. We were at Chili's. Got a 3 for me. Shout out to the 3 for me. That is the best deal on the market today. That's actually been the talk of the day here at UC Livestream. That 3 for me is immaculate, okay?
That's where I'm going. It's for me.
Oh yeah, that 3 for me is for all of us, okay? But anyway, we're only down 2-0 going into the bottom of the third against the #1 team in the state according to NJ Athletics. and one of maybe the top 35 teams in the nation. That's ridiculous. Anyway, 3:55 left in the third quarter. Vikings are currently tied with the Bombers, 5-5. Shannon McGinnis on the face.
Live stream's Nick Dahl giving us the updates.
Live stream zone, Nicholas Dahl will be giving us updates on the baseball game.
He has been.
He has been, and he will continue to do that. Shout out, Nick Dahl. I couldn't even tell you what that whistle was for. Nothing stopped. Boonton driving. Whistle. I'm trying to find out what the call is here. Baby back there is not agreeing with the call either.
I consulted with the boys lacrosse players about the offside calls, and they had absolutely no idea, to absolutely no one's surprise.
I don't think the refs are calling it because they don't know either. Deep shot there. Just off.
Good scoring opportunity. Good whistle.
But either way, as Mr. Lambert's telling me, another offside call by Union Catholic. They've got to get that down. I mean, being offside is a ridiculous call. You really just can't let that happen.
Absolutely absurd. The Vikes still man down.
Also, Shannon McGinnis here not in the midfield line.
Oh, look out.
Driving in, Jules. Now I believe one save off of 700. McGinnis in transition.
Little 4-on-4 action here.
McGinnis with an absolute truck.
They can't call that a charge. There's no way.
Nothing. Goggles right off.
Yeah, the call is goggles are off, not a charge. There's no way. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
His
no.
number 8 did not have our feet set whatsoever.
The feet were not set. McGinnis will have the opportunity to give the Vikings the lead yet again, just under 2 minutes remaining.
But it's not an 8-meter shot.
Not an 8-meter. The baby back there does not want to give anybody a high five. We're going to keep giving you updates on this baby. You got any kids, Miller?
Instead, it'll be like a 12-yarder with 5 yards of room between each defender.
I'm going to take that as a no. McGinnis driving. Way high. Bosak there to back it up. Will remain Viking ball.
No, it will not.
What?
Disaster there for the Vikings. You have got to back up the X.
Bosak was
on a
there.
shot. She was not close to the ball, apparently.
One minute. Farrell's there. What? Both Farrells were there, actually. Bosak now driving. And she's got her second goal of the game. Less than a minute left in the third. Gives the Vikings the lead yet again. 51 seconds remain.
And she is having a day. You know, earlier I was playing around with her stick. I was saying, you know, Bosak, what if we just like tried an air gate in girls lacrosse? And she was like, no, you can't do that because of the crease violation. But you know, I was still playing around with her stick. She's got one heck of a stick, and she's using it well today. I mean, there's got to be some magic in that today. 2 goals in the day, right?
That's right, Miller.
Having a day on senior day. All these seniors really contributing to the effort right now. 6-5 Vikings.
Of course, 5 of the 6 goals scored by seniors. Of course, the 2 goals of the second half, both by Julia Bosak. Charlotte Donnelly on the face. You gotta love seeing several Fogos here for the Vikings. McGinnis pulling away. She's just gonna drive. Cannot be stopped. Spins. Someone's being sent off.
That would be a yellow, but very confusing to me because Shannon had a very clear advantage there. She was right in front of the net with no defenders in front of her. I don't know why you're blowing the whistle there if you're the referee to give a yellow when I don't even think she was in the play necessarily. And even if she was, there was a clear advantage there for Shannon.
Realistically, she's just spinning. Ref's not letting anything slide today, I guess. 38 seconds left. Shannon looking to create. Give the Vikings another 2-goal lead for the first time since the second quarter. Scoreboard, of course, still saying the second quarter, but it's the third. Our scoreboard is always up to date here at UC Livestream. Thank you, Ben. Well, Ben gave me a thumbs up. I don't know. Way high.
And the shot is caught.
By a Boonton defender.
I said shot there instead of shot.
Shot.
And I said caught instead of caught.
Caught.
20 seconds.
I flipped the syllables.
20 seconds remain here.
They had that late quarter magic again. TikTok.
That'll be a cover on blue, I believe.
10 seconds remain. Landicho with 700 saves. That's going to end.
No, it will not. No, it will not.
What? Why did they celebrate then?
They celebrated for a save count,
That's 700.
but there's still a call on the field, I believe.
That's 700.
Or they're just,
No, that's 700.
I believe.
Well, yes, the quarter ended. Yes, the third quarter's over. Still 6-5. Jules Landicho just hit her 700th save of her career. Of course, the all-time leading saver for the Vikings, and still counting with 2 games left after this. Can she go for 800? Only time will tell, I guess. Mr. Lambert, you know the schedule best. Who do we play after this?
I believe next up is Parsippany, followed by Eastside. And as you mentioned earlier, Ev, the Vikings in great position if they can win this game. If they can run the table and beat Parsippany and Eastside, they would win the conference for the first time in school history.
Which is really miraculous because Kat Holt was out here getting 70 goals a season. Now, why does the scoreboard say second overtime?
It only has first, second period, first half, and second half.
But the live stream scoreboard is correct.
The live stream scoreboard is always correct, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we have Mr. Lambert here. Leveling up as always. If you would like to level up with us, feel free to reach out to Mr. Lambert or reach out to me, and we'll get you hooked up. We'll get you joined up on live stream. We enter the fourth quarter in a very intense conference game. Of course, you gotta love a thriller on senior day.
GL added a run on the sack fly, 3-0. Top 4.
So we're basically winning.
GL now leads 3-0. Of course, as the number 1 team in the state.
I think that's a win for us.
That is a win for the Vikings.
With the fan bus, everyone be there. There's going to be a fan bus. I guarantee it. Shout out Mr. Dave.
Donnelly shoving someone down. And another shove.
Then it becomes. What happened?
And a card is pulled out.
And Victoria's going to be booked there. Unsure what the call is.
Well, someone hit the deck. I couldn't tell you what happened, but I couldn't tell you the cause. I could tell you the effect. If Mr. Rotundo taught me anything, cause and effect. Boonton now man up.
Oh boy.
Gorski almost stumbling off sides. Driving in.
Oh, 7-1.
Landicho with another diving save here. Now it's 7:01 in a miraculous career. You hear her laughing it off. Well, I hear her laughing it off at least.
Countdown.
Maddie Farrell cannot be stopped. 99 away from 800. 299 away from 1,000 if you really think about it this way. Corvalon driving.
Boom.
Right into the body. And not a Viking there to back it up.
We're actually not, they're not man down. It's actually even 11-11. I believe that girl might be ejected from the game.
Really?
My math is off.
Maddie Farrell with the interception. She has been a defensive menace today.
Oh no, we are man down.
Charlotte Donnelly with it now.
Slow down. Coach says slow down.
Coach calls yellow. Well, she didn't directly say that, but she implied it. Yellow means slow, for those who don't know. We're in New Jersey. Not everybody knows traffic rules. McGinnis taking her sweet time here. Is this like 90s basketball where you're not allowed to double team? Because I'd be double teaming. I'd be double teaming McGinnis
I agree with
here.
the fan back there. You got a double team when you're man up right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are they still in a zone?
They're just having number 8 be the free slide. Now number 8 comes up in doubles.
Smart. But I think that gave McGinnis the opportunity she needed.
And now it's even.
She sensed the blood in the water. Vicky D is back. And now they are in a. Now we can tell they are in fact in a man. McGinnis has just kind of been standing there. McGinnis spins on the ground.
No whistle.
She's gonna back up again. She's just been holding it for about a minute now. The instant she passes it, it's turned over. And it'll be going to Boonton.
That'll be a slash right there.
Looked all stick to me. Too much stick?
You know, that was the issue. It was all sick.
And there we go, Maddie Farrell.
With the wheels, in the genetics.
Head to head there.
That'll be a cross check. Yeah, you actually can't. That would be a cross check in both sports.
Yeah, that's right to the head too.
And that's her second yellow of the game. And that'll be a red card for her.
I like how there are cards in this sport.
I like it too.
I like how this is really a conglomerate of a lot of sports. It's like you take lacrosse, you take a little bit of soccer, you put a little bit of basketball rules in there too, really.
The defense is a lot like basketball.
The defense really is a lot like basketball.
With no hand checks.
Exactly.
But also with no three-point shots. Because you can't shoot from far away because that's shooting space. So it's almost like 90s basketball without a hand check.
It's 60s basketball.
60s basketball without the hand checks. What a sport that is.
Were hand checks legal in 60s basketball? I don't know. But either way, Charlotte Donnelly taking her sweet time, looking to set up this offense. You know, it really is, because you don't see a lot of players switching hands. Just like Bob Cousy.
That's a moving screen right there.
Unfortunate, because Donnelly had a lane there.
I mean, yeah, she had a lane because Delaney Farrell came and set a screen while moving.
Yeah, those Draymond screens will get you there.
It's crazy to me that the ref blows the play live while there's like 5 girls surrounding her. Like, that's a death sentence in boys lacrosse.
Absolutely. However,
Gotta have 5 yards.
Landito trying to back it up. Will not get there in time. Will still be Bomber ball. What an odd thing to call a high school Bombers. Don't you think? Like Saraville. Saraville's also the Bombers. Of course, we have the other half of the most viral couple in live stream history, Greg Valoria from Saraville. Angie Korf pulls away with it.
That was a sick ground ball right there. And they've got numbers. It's a 4-on-2.
She don't want to pass it. She'll lose it. She'll fall.
Victoria's hockey skills on display there. Got the goose and the ground ball.
Good goose. Delaney with it now. She's going to slow it down. And we're all set up here. You see 5 seniors in this offense right now. 6 minutes remain in this game.
Shocked that was a legal check right there. Thought it got the bottom of Delaney's bottom hand, but what do I know?
Bombers will get it. Goalie going to take her sweet time with it.
Unsure why Shannon would come off of her girl to guard the goalie when the goalie can't move up the field.
Is the goalie allowed to move out the field?
No, she's not because that's too overpowered. She has all those pads on. What are you going to do to stop her? You can't hit her.
You know what? You're so right.
That's why goalies are not allowed to score.
They're not even allowed to send rockets.
I think if it goes in, it's almost like it was thrown in like a header in soccer.
Charlotte Donnelly.
With the wheels.
Charlotte Donnelly probably the most confident with her left out of anybody here. Gonna switch to her right though.
Back to the left.
Spinning with
Back
the
to
right.
Oh, what a shot from Charlotte Donnelly. Double split dodge. Double split roll dodge, actually. That was incredible there to make the lead 7-5 on senior day, but it's the sophomore extending the lead.
And I'll tell you what, Miller's absolutely thrilled by that. That's clean lacrosse right there.
I mean, that was just the classic meat play right there. You don't know what you're doing, but you have both hands and you know what to do with it. And by know what to do with it, I mean you don't know what to do with it, but it works out in the end, so you pretend like you did know what you're doing.
Does he know what he's talking about? You know what?
All I know is I have 2 working hands, but not a working brain. And it works out sometimes, and at other times, it really doesn't.
If the shot falls, and the shot fell for Donnelly, she's got her second goal of the day. The Vikings again with a 2-goal lead.
I wonder how many points Donnelly's averaging. Let's see.
I could not tell you. But I could tell you, 5:03 left in the fourth quarter. Vikings lead 7-5. Timeout was called. They're going to talk it over. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned. Vikings now 5 minutes away from potentially closing out a huge conference win on senior day. Delaney Farrell on the face-off. High in the sky. Delaney's got it. She's not stopping. She's slowing down. I lied. She's stopping. She's going to park herself at X. Look to set things up here. Vikings looking to break. Setting up a strong cutting offense here. Looking to find somebody. Lobbing it to Donnelly. Donnelly's got a hat trick now. And just like that, we got ourselves a 3-goal lead here for the Vikings. Just over 40 seconds after Donnelly's last goal, she's got herself her third.
Yeah, that is that.
Because the box is really tiny.
A very strong finish there for Donnelly. Catch and shoot rocket. Goalie didn't even see it coming. I'll tell you what, I think they do use a yellow ball in girls lacrosse to make the vision better. However, all the vision in the world isn't enough to see Charlotte Donnelly's shot.
We'll finish this tomorrow, and they never did. 4:20 to go. All right, locked in there, Benny.
Rockets backwards.
A little too tight.
Donnelly doing it all out here.
Really, if they just win the clock.
And it looks like they're setting up not the exact same play. No, a different one. But Donnelly will stand at X.
So she could sit there for the next 3:54 and the game will end.
Running a bit of clock here. Giving it to McGinnis. McGinnis with 2 goals already on the day. Looking to get her third. And a body save by the goalie. Delaney with the offensive board. Gorski cutting. Will not be swung to. Delaney instead swinging to Shannon at X. Shannon setting up here. To a cutting Bosak. Cutting Corvalon. Cutting Piquel. Cutting Gorski. Cutting Donnelly. Cutting Bosak. McGinnis taking it herself. Bounces it. She's got herself a hat trick now.
That's the nail.
2 hat tricks on the day. Vikings lead 4.
Yep, nail in the coffin. That's it.
9-5 now.
You know, Evan, I don't think it's absurd to say that if you played girls lax, I think you would be one of the greatest players of all time because there's no physicality, but you're so quick. You see that move Shayna just did? The whole, I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm just going to run to the middle of the field and score. That is Evan's signature move right there. I think you would have been one of the GOATs of girls lacrosse.
You know, I'm not going to disagree with you, but I'm not going to agree with you because Shannon McGinnis is an absolutely incredible player out there. She absolutely knew what she was doing on that. She saw the players cutting, didn't see a move she liked, spun, and I mean, she loves that spin move.
But imagine with your speed, though.
That
Your brainless, mindless speed, I'm just running for the sake of running.
running for the sake of running is absolutely my signature move. I'll tell you what, next year you're going to be seeing me mic'd up. Catch and shoot. Unfortunately, just off the mark. Who's Mark? I don't know, 2:40 left. Bombers will take it in. I'm seeing a chiropractor tomorrow. Hopefully it'll fix up my shoulder and back. I'll be back for lacrosse, don't worry.
Stay tuned.
For lacrosse practice?
I don't know. Lacrosse anything. For the banquet. Whistle on the field.
Couldn't even tell you what that was.
McGinnis starting with it. Giving it to Donnelly. He's going to take it up.
Gotta stop the ball here. And because of that red card, they've been playing man down this entire game, so it's almost impossible really to stop them when there's really no mechanism like in basketball, like an 8-second violation or 5-second violation, or even in boys lacrosse, like a box violation. You can't really do anything to, get the ball back in girls lacrosse, especially when man down.
An eat with Maddie Farrell's body stops any momentum that Boonton tried to start. Delaney caught Maddie's pass. I was hoping for a Farrell to Farrell assisted goal. Really hoping for it there. We will not see it, unfortunately.
All right, 33 ticks away. Third straight win.
Farrell's going to get a little 8-meter shot action here.
Looking to get her first goal of the day. The fourth senior to score on senior day. Corvalon with 1, Bosak with 2, and McGinnis with 3.
That's happened to me a couple times, right? You're at the top of your windup, but the ball just slightly moves out of the pocket and it ends up sailing right above the net.
Yeah, that's happened to me once or twice or 3 dozen times in my career.
Chuck it. Chuck it.
Donnelly gonna stall at the clock, very respectful. Gorski wants it, but will not take it. That's gonna end the game. What a win on senior day, huge conference win. I'll tell you what, if the Vikings can sweep through the rest of this season, the conference is all but theirs. This is a beautiful win. Jules with a record-setting game, 700 saves on her career. What a game from her. What a game from the Vikings overall. But listen, that first half by the Bombers was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Keeping it close. On senior day, listen, senior day, you schedule a team you know you can beat, but Boonton kept it close for so long. It was all tied up at 5 for a while. Vikings got hot, they caught momentum. And when Shannon McGinnis and Charlotte Donnelly, the 2 top goal scorers for this Vikings team, get hot, there's not a lot you can do to stop them. What a beautiful win here for the Vikes.
Stay tuned. We're trying to get Jules up here.
And we're trying to get Jules up here for a bit of an interview. Maybe a couple more seniors.
Yeah.
Wow. Mr. Lambert, tell the fans at home, when will we be back?
We will be back 4 o'clock Wednesday. The baseball team will host Oratory in the quarterfinals of the Union County Tournament. The Vikings right now in action against Governor Livingston, the number one team in the state, playing over at Rutgers. Last I checked, it was 3-0 GL. But yeah, as I said, Ev, big baseball game on Wednesday here as the Vikings host Oratory, with a berth in a county semifinals at stake.
Are they really allowed that little contact in girls lacrosse that they have to click sticks when high-fiving each other after the game? That's really funny. Either way, we'll be getting some interviews in just a moment. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned. And we are here today with 3 seniors, 2 of them who scored, and of course, Jules Landicho, 700 career saves. Listen, I mean, what a win on senior day, guys. How y'all feeling today?
Crazy.
I'm good.
Amazing.
So we'll start with you, Julia. I mean, a career game for you, 2 goals. Of course, listen, we had 2 goals in the third quarter. You were those 2. Talk about, like, the momentum going into that third quarter.
We were down. We were tied. And I was scared that they were going to score, and I just saw the ball, took it, and hoped for the best that it would go in the net.
I mean, it worked out, right? And I mean, Jules, what like an accomplishment for you. I think I talked to you at the beginning of the season when you hit 600. We were talking about, hey, maybe you hit 700. And here we are. You hit 700. What does this mean to you?
It's just a lot. Like, I didn't, like, coming into UC, I wouldn't have expected this. Like, younger me wouldn't have expected, like, what do you mean you're a goalie and you're 700 saves? No, she wouldn't have expected this. So it's really nice to hit this milestone with everyone on this special day.
That's absolutely amazing. And Shannon, of course, 3 goals today. Do you know how many goals you're at on the season?
45, maybe? I think.
I'm going to take your word for it, to be honest with you.
It is.
Well, it's 45. Either way, you're leading the team in goals. Of course, the departure of Kat Holt means that the ball's being spread around a lot more because she was averaging, 70 per season? Jesus Christ. Well, either way, you are the leading goal scorer, but you are the commander for this offense. What is that like? What's that mentality going into a game?
It's just that we have to, like, focus. I mean, a lot of the plays, I'll, like, call them. We have different people running all the plays, and it's just that we get into our formations quick so that our plays could work.
You'll love to see that. And of course, this is a conference game. It's your senior day, but it's still a conference game. You're still undefeated in the conference because of a big win today. You have 2 more games, 2 very winnable games, and then you hold up your first conference banner if you win both of those. What does that mean to each of you guys?
We'll be the first ever in UC history to have a banner. I mean, that's pretty good.
No, I had this dream coming into the season, and I really want to achieve it with everyone else this year.
There's a nice spot waiting for us on the gym wall, and beating ALJ and this team was our hardest teams to play, so hopefully the next 2 games, once we win them, we'll have the banner on the wall.
What a gritty team to schedule your senior day against, right? I mean, you could have scheduled it against, say, a team that you would have beaten by a dozen or so. But no, not as fun. I completely agree with that. Is there a sort of an extra bit of oomph to that kind of win?
It's a little more rewarding in a way because it's, like, back and forth. We had to work for it. It was hard, and we just had to, like, stay in the game the whole time.
I'm gonna agree with her on that, and, like, also it's not like the ball's down in one end the whole time, which can get boring, and, like, sometimes we fall asleep at the end.
I also agree with them because everyone had, like, a big part in this whole game.
Absolutely. And I mean, of course, at the end of the day, it's senior day. What can you guys say about the rest of the senior class? Because it is a very big senior class. There's 10 of you, 9 of you played today. Of course, Chloe Moret, God rest her soul, she's injured.
Well, I think everyone on this, like, every senior on this team is really good, and yeah.
Everyone has contributed a lot this season and today, and each and every one of them has a very special spot on the team, and without them, we probably wouldn't have hit everything that we've hit this year.
We're a very senior, like, starting team, so it's going to be hard next year for them, but I know they'll do great, but we'd have to end off the season strong with the seniors that we have.
Speaking of next season, I'm going to end you guys off with one question. Next year, what's your advice for the next senior class, for their senior day, for their incoming season as the next leaders of the team?
Don't give up. Just keep going. Keep pushing. You can do it.
Have fun, and when times get hard, don't get discouraged. Always, like, keep moving forward, like she said.
Stay focused. Don't let your head down because there's been games that we lost, but the games that you play don't matter. It's the ones going forward that matter.
Of course. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. We really appreciate having you here. Vikings will move to 8-6 on the season, of course, and then 2 more conference games, and then hopefully we'll see a banner in that gym. We'll get a picture of it. We'll get a post. Round of applause for you guys. Thank you so much for watching Union Catholic Livestream. I'm Evan Florek. We got Julia Bosak, Jules Landicho, and Shannon McGinnis. And as always, stay tuned.